Hi, Michael with 3D Print Everything here and 3D Scan Everything. I'm going to do some tips and tricks on the CALIBRY scanner as I've been using it now for a couple of weeks. I've learned some nice tips and tricks that help keep this thing tracking good. So with scanners like this, with nice lightweight handheld scanners, it creates its tracking by sending out the infrared laser pattern and then reading distance. So if we get into a place where we're not actually reading anything, so if I'm scanning this environment here and I send this over here and it doesn't see anything, it's going to lose tracking. It's not going to want to know where it is. So this will be along the lines of how to keep tracking and keep it looking really good. First off, we'll be staying away from super shiny or reflective surfaces. Now this thing's actually pretty good at some reflective surfaces, and I'll show you as an example of this rim over here. I was quite impressed with the results. But in an instance where we're going to scan some glass here, the transparent glass, we definitely want to use some of this foot powder. So that's one of the big tips there, is get some of that Gold Bonds unscented foot powder. The scented will have eucalyptus in it. If you like eucalyptus, go ahead. But otherwise, that can be a little strong. But you want to spray that all over the model, and that will give you a really good matte surface that this thing picks up. Another big tip is you want to have a good surface that you're putting your objects that you're scanning on. So this whole environment I've kind of been playing with, you know, with the matte little puzzle pieces, if you look at the floor, would this be a good pattern? I found this really good as far as the matte color, but the uniform pattern of it, it actually kind of gets lost in that uniform pattern and it doesn't know exactly where it is sometimes. So I did see some difficulty with that. It seems like what this likes a lot is unique straight lines and a very matte surface. So surprisingly, cardboard boxes, a rectangle cardboard box is a great example of something that you can scan on top of, that it will be able to pick up those straight lines, those angles, and whatever you're having on top of it, it's able to read, hey, there's a floor there, there's a wall there, and then the piece is on top of it, but it's constantly picking up that cardboard box around it. So these are some great tips for not only this scanner, but other handheld scanners. So this is why I've got some of these different items in here, as they kind of work as markers, where I'm not using a marker dot, and I don't really need a marker dot, especially for something this small. It does work as a piece of reference that it can shine back on the laser, give distance, and tell the scanner where it's at. So with a configuration like this, I found that it's very easy for me to do very quick scans, and for these scans to look really good without me having to go super slow or hold it real steady and worry about it. I can actually be quite sloppy and walk around this very quickly and get a really nice resolution scan out of it. So the CALIBRY scanner, as another tip, the human industrial version here is good for objects even this size. I am able to scan this and get a good profile from it, but it's ideal for objects 12 inches and larger. So this is about the limit of what you would want to do for a really beautiful scan. Otherwise, it's going to work really good for objects like this rim, if you're scanning human, chairs, car parts, body panels, stuff like that, this scanner is perfect. There is an option for a smaller scanner. If you wanted to get one, this is brand new. They just came out with a smaller scanner. I haven't even got one yet, but as soon as I do, we'll be doing lots of videos on them. But right here, we're going to scan this. So we'll just show you the screen display again. It's got a beautiful touch screen here. We go into our scan, and then we're going to keep it on geometry. I'm going to put in the live scan, and you can see there's the candle. Look at that. So I'm going to start the scanning process, but look at how fast it just picks all that up. So I'm going to go ahead and walk around this. Oh yeah. Getting all that object. It looks like I've gotten about all the way around this object. So I'm going to go ahead and get the inside of the bowl here. A nice complete 3D model. Awesome. I've got that ball. Now I'm scanning 2 objects in this scan. I wanted to also scan this little guy, so I'm going to spend just a little bit of attention on that little object on the side there. So as you can see, what I noticed, if I was scanning on a flat surface, I would have some issues getting parallel to it. But I'm not having any issues here because I put it on this stand. It's able to pick up that stand's leg. So that leg is giving me a real nice surface to let it know, hey, that's where it is in space, and it doesn't lose its tracking at all. So that's looking real good. We're going to go ahead and stop there. But those are some real good tips and tricks to getting a really good scan model. These scans generally take me less than 2 to 3 minutes to get the scan going, and then the processing is anywhere from 30 seconds to 10 minutes. Generally 10 minutes for human-sized objects or bigger. But yeah, I'm really impressed with this guy. I believe you would be too. It's really lightweight. But yeah, those are some good tips and tricks for getting good tracking. I honestly believe that what you place the object on top of, and if you have that object sprayed with a good powder or not, is probably 70 to 80% of if you're going to get a good scan out of any handheld scanner. So yeah, keep following us for new videos, and we'll talk to you soon.